the genesis of my Negro Leagues presentation came about during the history club. If you remember in the previous section, I had a discussion about some of our activities we had at the history club, and we did every semester we would do a history club conference where members of our history club would do presentations, and then we'd invite faculty and students to come listen to these presentations, kind of a mini history conference. I that first semester I put together a lecture on the Negro Leagues. I personally am a massive fan of baseball. Always enjoyed it. Always loved it. Grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. Spring training baseball. As a kid, I was a Yankees and Astros fan. I could name. I could name all '80s Yankees. Phoenix, we got Dodger ball games. I could name like '80s Dodgers. I knew them all. 80s Astros, Nolan Ryan, Craig Reynolds, Mike Scott, Enos Cabell. I'm probably, I guess, one of the few people that love the uniform. A lot of people don't like the Astros 80s uniforms. I did. I thought they were fine. They're colorful. And so then when I moved to Houston, I kind of became more of an Astros fan, more of the Yankees fan. But I love baseball. Always enjoyed going. Go to several aviators games a year. And I don't think I'll ever be an athletics fan, but I will go to some A's games, I guess. So, anyways, and so it was kind of natural for me to do a Negro Leagues presentation. I love baseball, so the Negro Leagues presentation, you can see it attached in this page. I gave it at this presentation. Students liked it. The next semester, Mike Denman, one of my colleagues, he wanted to put together a lecture series of how different instructors give different topic discussions, and he asked me to present mine, and I said yes. And it happened to be the next February, so February 2023, and so I, spring around spring training. So I gave the Negro League presentation again. The history club was just in a classroom. When I started doing the presentations for Mike Denman and then just on my own, just getting a room and setting it up. That was in usually in the K building, K101, the auditorium in the K building. And so I invited students, faculty. I did a flyer. On the page, you'll see a flyer for the faculty series that Mike Denman put together and participated in. And then you'll see my flyer I put together for myself. And then you'll see pictures. The pictures are from when I did it for the history club. And so you'll be able to see those. And I think this presentation is super important because the Negro Leagues is interesting because, we celebrate it as a piece of Americana. Baseball is America's pastime, America's sport. What's more American than, grandma apple pie and baseball, right? That's America, right? Grandma apple pie and baseball. And so you have this piece of Americana, and we celebrate, and it's great and wonderful. But then you go, well, wait a minute, why was there a need for a Negro Leagues? And so it kind of really gets you into also studying America at the time. Why was there a need for Negro Leagues, or a league for black baseball players or Afro American baseball players? And so this Negro Leagues is an extremely important aspect of American culture. America trying to live up to its ideals, yet here's an example of not living up to its ideals. Yet if America took more to heart the idea of equal opportunity, Negro Leagues wouldn't have existed, right? And so it's this dichotomy of we celebrate this wonderful piece of Americana, America's pastime, but then it's like, oh, wait a minute. why was there, why did black baseball players have to play in their own league? And so it really gets into the history of the era and the times and the society, and kind of answers those questions. In some ways, it's kind of like the American character itself. Noble ideals, great nation, noble ideals, but not always living up to that. So in some ways, it's kind of a microcosm of America itself, right? You study America, the American experiment, right? An experiment in self-government, and in constitutional government, but doesn't live up to its ideals all the time. And so in some ways, the study of this topic kind of goes to that itself, the spirit of America itself, right? And so it's a really important topic. It's a fun topic, a lot of great stories. Last October 2024, I got to go to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and that was a great experience as well. And so it really kind of helped me with my Negro Leagues presentation. It was like, hey, I've actually been there now. And I saw the uniforms, saw the statues. They have a kind of an indoor mini baseball diamond with players. It's just really cool experience. And so I really enjoyed that trip. And so it really kind of spoke to me about how important the Negro Leagues is and how great baseball is. It's the best sport ever. Thank you so much.